the Hamptons of Clover Lane versus Deja Giles.
Brian Gerda, again, on behalf of the plaintiff.
Karina O'Hara.
I don't have under 10.
Giles. O'Hara. No response. Would you like to proceed with a default?
Yes, Your Honor, please.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You may proceed.
Now, this is a non-payment of rent case. I have a ledger here that including May's rent, there's a balance of $1,545.
Say that number again.
Yes, Your Honor, $1,545.79. There's also $59.04 in service, plus filing and attorney at $55 and $75 respectively, for a total of $1,734.83 due and owing.
All right, guys, welcome to today's video. What starts as a routine courtroom appearance quickly turns tense. A landlord claims unpaid rent, late fees, and legal costs, confidently laying out exact figures under oath. With the tenant absent, this looks like an easy win. But as the judge listens closely to the numbers being read into the record, you can already sense something isn't quite right. This case is about to take a turn no one in the room seems prepared for.
What's a month?
Monthly rent, Your Honor, is $1,653 as just the base rent. Looks like they also
$1,653.
Yes.
When did they? So when they were here at April 28th, they owed $3,500 inclusive of cost. When was that paid?
When was it paid? We got a partial payment on May, actually yesterday, May 4th, of $400. I haven't had another payment since that last April 28th date.
Well, hold it, counsel. When they were here on April 28th, plaintiff was claiming that there was $3,325 in rent owing, which means that a significant payment had to come in. If I'm looking at a judgment in the neighborhood of $1,700 now, and May rent has clicked in.
From an outside perspective, this is the moment the case begins to unravel. The judge compares today's balance with figures from an earlier hearing and notices a major discrepancy. Thousands once claimed are suddenly gone. A partial payment is mentioned, but it does explain the gap. The judge pauses the momentum of the case and starts asking direct questions, signaling that the math and the story may not add up.
And so what I want to know is, when was that payment made?
Yeah, that number that was given at the last hearing, I'm wondering if that included May's rent erroneously.
No, it
Because that would have brought it.
Michelle. Good morning. This is Michelle, the property manager at the Hamptons of Clover Lane. They brought in payment $1,942.50, and we posted it yesterday.
When did they bring it in?
They actually brought it in last Friday.
The 28th.
Yes.
And when they brought that in, what was their balance?
Their balance.
These numbers still aren't adding up.
$3,638.29.
Okay, hold on. Maybe, and I'm usually pretty good at math, but I have here that they owed $33,25.29 on the 28th. You're indicating they brought to you 1,900?
On the 28th, they owed,
As the property manager joins by phone, the confusion deepens. New payment amounts and dates are introduced, but instead of clarifying the situation, they raise more doubts. The judge presses for a clear timeline, comparing ledgers, balances, and testimony in real time. From a neutral standpoint, it's clear the credibility of the claim is slipping fast, with each answer creating another contradiction.
well, by the 28th, our system will have already charged up May rent. It charges it up.
Well, you can't do that.
But
What was
by May
their balance on the 28th?
on the 28th, they owed $1,705.50.
And they paid how much on the 28th?
1542.50 plus 400. 1942.50.
So they paid the balance on the 28th in April. Why am I here on this case and there's not a dismissal, counsel? And why was it represented to the court on the 28th before Judge Barr that they owed May rent when May rent had not accrued?
I can't speak to.
I'd like an answer.
I can't speak what happened on the 20th, but like I said, it sounds like if their system would have put May's rent in the next day, that is probably where that number came from that the attorney was relying upon. I'm looking at a ledger before me, Your Honor, and that's the information I'm giving to the court. I don't see this payment. So on April 28th. I'm sorry for the confusion this caused. But
I'm not causing it. It's not confusion. There are certain things that have been represented to the court.
Right.
What I'm hearing is that they paid their rent for April and paid it in April.
If the court would like to pass on this matter, I will speak to my client right now. And if it was paid.
Well, I think you better.
Yes.
Court to pass it.
Judge,
Yeah.
can you recall Moffitt versus Ford? We have an answer.
And it is.
It is in the township.
Court recalls the case of Moffitt versus Ford.
Jay McCurdy appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Well, this is in the wrong spot.
I understand.
This
Your
is a
Honor.
14B case.
That's my fault. I apologize to the court and I will resolve this situation.
Well, it has to be heard there. You want me to, I mean, it's probably going to cost you more to try to change venue. I can dismiss it or I can move for that venue has to be changed. You need to file the paperwork, file the fee. Which do you want to do?
I will dismiss it, Your Honor.
Case dismissed.
The final breakdown is decisive. It becomes apparent the tenant paid April's rent on time, and May's rent was charged prematurely. The judge openly questions why the court was brought a case based on incorrect representations. Moments later, a filing error seals the outcome. The case is dismissed, not because of sympathy, but because the facts don't support the claim. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.